Good morning, good morning, good morning. Rise and shine. Happy Tuesday. Another, I'm coming to you with another episode of Chronicles on my commute into the office. Come on in. Let's talk about the weekend. Let's unpack some things. Y'all know how we do. Y'all know how we do. Come on in. Come on in. Like the video, like, share, subscribe. Let's talk about it. A lot to talk about, a lot to go on. A lot, I'm sorry, going on. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. So I want to talk about as much as possible. So please come on in, like the video, engage in the conversation, drop a comment in the chat. I will get to the comments when I can. Usually that's going to be when I reach my destination. So just let me know how what you're feeling. We're doing a temperature check. Where will we start? Listen, I wasn't even aware that it was even going down like the way it's been going down. Um, I don't know if they're in Yemen with the U.S. As far as with this war, whatever that the U.S. got going on. I had a lot going on to where I think by the time I learned that it was even going down the way it's been going down, it was days into it. But it's going down. Trump's like, listen, Sasa, I was in World War I. It's going down. It is going down. President Trump is like, okay, yes, it's going down, but rightfully so. He's declared the Houthis as a terrorist. He's declaring them as foreign terrorists, and he's standing on business. And he's saying, "Listen, we got to do what we got to do. We got to do what we got to do." I had things in order before the Biden administration, and then when Biden came in, he kind of undid some things. So here we are. We got the Houthis damn taking over the damn water, acting like they done damn bought and paid for the water, interrupting the cargo shipments and things like that. And America, like, listen, goddamn it, we got a damn problem. We got some problem. I can show you better than I can tell you. Trump is on his I can show you better than I can tell you energy. And I'm here for it. Now, it's unfortunate that innocent people are being impacted. And when I say innocent people, it's not really so much our people, because from what I'm hearing, I haven't heard about any casualties with the U.S. as far as with, the U.S. soldiers. It's been casualties for, I guess, the Yemen people or wherever that fight is taking place. Because from my understanding, Iran is kind of backing it and supporting it pretty heavy. And Trump got a whole problem with it. He like, listen here, goddamn it, Iran, I'm gonna need for y'all to call off the dogs. Go ahead and call them off, because listen, we're not backing down. So it would behoove you to go ahead and call them off and tell them to stand down, because they're taking the L right now. The last I knew, the casualty count was in the 90s, close to 100. uh well, let me just say that I believe, yeah, it's either close to 100 that of casualties, or at least, or with the casualties and the injuries, but it's right around 100 as far as with people who've been impacted. And within that number, I was hearing, I think yesterday, about allegedly maybe five children's lives who's been lost. So that's very sad. I heard the people, I think they were the Yemen people, talking about how, they just feel like they just catch it, they catching the stray, because they're like, we're not a part of the war. in our towns, living our lives with our families, and it's spilled over into us. And yeah, they're not happy. Their people is getting it handed to them. They're getting it handed to them because of just the actions of other people. Good morning, everyone. Please come on in, hit the like button for me, like, share, and subscribe. Road to 1,000 subscribers. We are nearly there. Let's make that happen during this live. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So Trump's like, listen, I told y'all asses to stand down. I told y'all, but y'all don't think fat meat is greasy. Y'all don't think fat meat is greasy. So I got to show you. I can show you better than I can tell you. And that's what's happening. He's what is that? Standing on business is what we call it in the US of A. For any of those of you who are living somewhere or else around the world, this is what we call standing on business. If you ever want to know, what do they mean when they say standing on business? Well, this what the hell it means. Shit. This is what standing on business means. That means that when you're done talking, you ain't talking about it, you are about it, and you showing up with action. And here's the thing, you all, with standing on business. Lesson for today. People who stand on business, more often than not, is coming with a warning, which means that verbally you've been told, hey, I'm not with your ish. I'm going to need for you to back the hell off or else. Like, that is what normally happens. Just so you know, kind of, how do we get to the standing on business part? Because it's not like it's an overnight. It's never an overnight. People try to act like when people finally react to their nonsense that it was all of the sudden or overnight. No, 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 no. It's never that. I'm going to tell you, it's never that. It's just that a lot of times people just try to take you for granted or take your kindness for granted, and they'll try you. So y'all want to know, what do you mean, Sheik? What is trying? Trying means that somebody tells you something, you call their bluff, and you do it anyway. So that means you're trying me. See, y'all, we learning the damn today. Good morning, welcome. Hit the like button. You're trying me. I done told your ass to back off. I done told you that this is not what we trying to do. You don't want none. I done told you. You're trying me. So now I have to, what? Stand on business. You see what I'm saying? You done learn what the hell standing on business look like, and you done learn what trying me looks like. Y'all done learned all of that just in this conversation. And then how long I been live? 8 minutes on this battle with the Houthis. It's a lot going on, a lot of lessons to be learned from what is going on. It's a lot of lessons to be learned. And what they say, Mama used to always say, a hard head make a soft, a hard head make a soft. That just means that, okay, you still want to, you try, you're coming for me. You're coming for me, and I didn't send for you. And Trump said, y'all, we had this problem, Houthis, we had this problem years ago, and we I got your asses in, I got you in line, but now you want to be with this bull because Biden then brought his damn ass back, he brought it into the house and just started undoing stuff, and it wasn't for the betterment of the American people. And it was putting the lives of our American people, our soldiers and things, people who are on the water, was putting their lives at risk as they are just showing up to do their job. And I was listening to, I think yesterday they might have did like a press conference or something centered around it. And this morning I was just caught a little bit of it. And the gentleman who was leading the press conference talked about being in a situation, I guess during that time, years back when we was in the battle with them before, dealing with them wanting to interrupt the process with the cargo. He was like, it's not a good situation to be out there and you got people with weapons and shooting at you, and you're told to not respond. You're told, okay, don't do what. I was trying to understand what that mean. What do you mean that there's people out there and they coming for you, and you're told, hey, don't respond. That sounds crazy to me. That had to been under the damn Biden administration, Sleepy Joe's administration, for him to even have a directive like that to say the people who are coming for you and putting your life at risk and the life of your friends at risk and your fellow platoon mates at risk, you're being told, hey, stand down, don't do nothing. What? Shit. Listen, that ain't the damn message they getting from your president today in 2025. The message they getting from your president today in 2025 is I got something for your ass. If they coming at you sideways, then you meet them where they at. That's that, I'm gonna give you that same energy you're giving me. That's kind of that what we're dealing with. The soldiers are coming with the same energy that these Houthis have been coming with them with. So what they say, there's no robbery and fair exchange, so it's fair exchange. So the Houthis are the ones who are taking the L. And as of right now, their leader is saying, listen, we're not backing off. We're continuing to do what it is we do. All right, then, player, you continue to do what you do. You continue to do what you do. But there is every cause, there's reaction. There is a reaction. So as you continue to do what you do, we're going to continue to do what we do. And it's not going to be good for you. It's not good for anyone, but it's mainly not good for you, really. It's not good for you. It's not good. So mind you, the damn country already, when you look at it, was struggling with just development. Listen, that place don't need no doggone war popping off with already the struggles that it was having with just their shit. The way, I don't know what we call it, they built. Listen, they don't need no riffraff in that country. They do not need that. They do not need that. So it definitely would be most beneficial for them to call their man off and say, you know what, we got to stop this. We got to come to some type of agreement because it's not serving our people. And that's what it looks. This is what, when I say it's not serving our people, this is sometimes when you got to get out of yourself. And like even with a couple of weeks ago when the president for Ukraine came to the White House, his conversation and how he was speaking, it wasn't in a way that it was serving the people. It was more of a what he, from a selfish place. Because anytime when you're dealing with, you're entering a war or you're in a war, it's bigger than you. It's like your country now. So you have to look at like when you come to the table and have these conversations about whether or not we should still carry on or not, like you have to think about, okay, how are people being impacted? Like, are we losing lives? Is it worth it for us to try to come to a common ground? Uh, how are we benefiting in any type of way? Like, no, no, and no. And that's what President Trump was trying to tell the Ukrainian president, that no, your people, your country, you all aren't benefiting with this war. You're not. I need for you, President, I need for you to understand that it's not benefiting you or your people. I need for you to understand that the U.S. is no longer financially supporting and backing you if you continue, to carry on this war. So you listen, you got to do some soul searching, sir. And from my understanding, I think like not long after that, that president started having a change of heart and wanting to have a conversation about, making a deal with, I guess, Russia and things like that. I'm not sure where they are with that, but he started to kind of be open to the idea of just backing off or something about at least momentarily 30 days. Let me just back off for now, see, where things go from here. But he had to kind of marinate on that situation that happened in the White House. He had to really think about, like, damn, how what they say, hindsight is 2020. He had to think that, okay, yeah, in that moment I was in my feelings. I felt however I felt. I felt that listen, however he felt. But from what I also came to learn is that he had conversations with other leaders from other countries that was like, basically, this ain't what you want. What you don't want is to not have the US on your side. Like, that's just not what you want. You want to have them as allies. You don't want to go against them. So if the US is making this recommendation to, back off, to do this, like, it would be beneficial for you to explore that, because there are so many countries who benefit from the US. There are a lot of countries that benefit from us. And when I say benefit from us, that's money. It's money talks. They benefit from us financially. Y'all, you're seeing with just the audits how much money that we give out. We give out so much money. And then the sad part about it is that there are so many people here in the US who are struggling financially. Job losses are still taking place. Even I saw the last, let me see, the last number I seen centered around job losses was yesterday. It was reporting 80,000 job cuts from the VA. It was a man who was telling his story from his car. I think he did the video on the same day he learned that his job had ended. He said that he was a veteran, and he enjoyed working for the government, supporting others who were who are veterans. And the reason for him being let go was, what you all put in the chat. What's the reason why he was let go? What's the reason? What do you think the reason was? What do you think the reason was that they provided, that they gave to this man for why he lost his job at the VA? What reason? Put in the comment. What was the reason? We gonna be interactive this morning. Wake up, rise and shine. What was the reason why they told this man that they no longer needed him? Why? The reason that they gave was his performance. Surprise, surprise. How many times have we heard that one? It was his performance. He said that more recent performances that he's gotten from his boss, his leadership, his management, was that they were happy with the job that he was doing. My, 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 my. How many times we've heard that before, where someone said the reason they were given of their job being terminated, the ending of their job, is because of the poor job performance, or something centered around their job performance not being where it needed to be, or meeting the standards of the government, U.S. government, something around that job performance. So that was the reason he was given. And of course, like many people, he felt like that was bull, because that wasn't the communications he'd received up until that point about his work performance. So let's segue this conversation into the federal judges and their ruling for Trump to give these people, the Trump administration, Doge, whatever. The judge has ruled, two levels of courts have ruled that the Trump administration was wrong with letting go these people. It was thousands, I think 20 plus thousand people. So recently, a second court, because maybe like a week ago or so, one court ruled that, hey, you were wrong. These people need to go back to work. And the Trump administration, like, hold up, Kimo Sabe, let's talk about this. Can we just put this ruling on hold and take it to another court to see, uh, what their thoughts are? So they're like, all right. So it went up to a higher court. That court ruled, you know what? We ruling with this this lower court, the jury ruling with that court, yes, you were wrong. You can't terminate all these people for the reason of their poor job performance when you know good and well that that's not the real reason why you're letting them go. That's not the real reason why you're letting them go. You're in violation for wrongfully terminating these people. And our ruling is that they be returned back to their jobs. Now, on some content that I've watched over the weekend, I've seen in comments where I think yesterday where some people were saying that they were seeing colleagues return back to their jobs. So there are some people, some government workers who have returned back to work. Yep. Maybe yesterday was maybe the first day. Yesterday was Monday. So there are people returning back to their jobs. So as far as the collective, because remember, it was thousands of people that lost their jobs, and the ruling, the number that I seen associated with the job loss was about like, as of last weekend, it was maybe like 20,000. So that's a lot of people. Now, will it be overnight that it's like, oh, okay, you all return back Wednesday, Thursday? I'm not quite sure on that part because I'm not sure if this would even be raised to even an even higher court, maybe the Supreme Court, for them to rule on it. Because remember, there's two courts that ruled on it, and the second court, I forget the name of that particular court, but it was a vote, like they said it was a 2-1. So I guess it was three people that voted, and it was 2-1 that said, hey, Trump, you and your team, your administration, Doge, whoever name was on the docket, y'all was wrong, and these people need to go back to work. Y'all was wrong. You know damn well all these people wasn't poor job performers. It doesn't make sense. I was just talking to someone yesterday, and you all know, if you're new to, if you're familiar with my content, you know. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Hi, I'm Sheik. Good morning. I talk my talk. It's what I do. So I've talked about on my channel before how what I find to be disheartening about the situation with the people, the federal workers who've lost their jobs, and even like, let's just say we'll take it beyond there, beyond federal, and even like, I guess, teachers, because the teachers are catching strays too, because remember, you got the whole dismantle of the Department of Education. So they're kind of, it's trickling down to them to where now they've, as of this week, coming off this weekend, last week, they started, getting they walking papers, they pink slips too. So what I've been talking about over the last, couple of weeks with these layoffs is that the part that I find disheartening is the reasoning that they're providing these people as to why they're, being asked to leave. I ain't gonna say being asked to leave. They telling them, listen, you guys to go, you're fired with Trump, or you're fired. The reason mostly that I'm hearing is that it is centered around job performance. Now, let's put our thinking caps on. Let's put our thinking caps on this morning. I know it's early, but listen, we're gonna do it together. So the reason that they're giving for a lot of these people, I feel like the vast majority of these people, is that the reason for their jobs ending, the termination, whatever, is due to poor performance. And this is including people who recently got new positions. So that means that, say you worked for the government for 10 years and you got promoted 6 months ago. Well, now you're in a new probation period. Probation can be anywhere from 1 to 2 years. I'm thinking that maybe depend on, I don't know what part of it, listen, it's 1 to 2 years probation period. So if you're within 1 to 2 years of your position, not being employed with the company or government, but in your position, then that means you're still in probation. So those people were also impacted. So they might have a 10-year tenure with the government, but in their position, they're less than 2 years. They're 1 to 2 years, less than 2 years, but no more, less than 2 years. That's what their tenure is. So You're in probation like all over again, like when you started the company or the last position you were in. So make this make sense to me. If someone is able to get a promotion and get into a new role, isn't that typically based off of how you were performing in your previous role? So just think about it, just wherever you work, if you're someone that don't work for yourself, or say if you do have your own business and you have employees, think about promotions and how promotions work. Many of you at some point, I hope, have been promoted or elevated above what you maybe initially started out as when working for someone. So we'll start there. We want everybody to find an example. So if you were in a position and you say you started out as the cook in the kitchen, and then you did that for like a year, and then boss came to you one day and was like, you know what, I want you to be the kitchen manager. You just got it. You just doing what you need to do. You keeping this ship going. I'm promoting you to the manager. I trust you. I've been watching you. You've been here for a year. I see you. I see you. We're making you the manager. Do you accept? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Next thing you know, some third person, somebody comes in and tells that new manager, hey, we got to let you go. Well, why? Because your performance, mind you, like this person's now within like say 90 days of their job. Your performance ain't hitting on nothing. Well, what do you mean? Mind you, this is still the same worker. Guess what? What? Still giving that great work ethic. So the thing about somebody, if somebody is a good worker in one field, 9 times out of 10, they're going to be a good worker in another field or in another position because it's their work ethic. It's either in you or it's not. You either got good work ethic or you got piss poor work ethic. You ever see somebody, no matter what they just do half-ass? It's a character thing. It's just kind of, you got good work ethic. So they tell the manager in the kitchen, you suck. You're not good. Yeah, but the manager in the kitchen confused because it's like, well, wait a minute. That's not true. I've been working here for, a year and 90 days now. The first year I was in the kitchen, they said I was doing awesome. I was doing so well. They wanted me to run the kitchen. And that's what I've been doing. Well, yeah. So yeah, you're not good. You see what I'm saying? That's what you call playing in my face. Another lesson. You wanna know what does playing in my face mean? Playing in my face means when you try to play me crazy and try to convince me of something that's not true to fit your narrative. That's what playing in my face means. When someone says you're playing in my face, you're trying to play me crazy. You're trying to make me think something that's not true. People don't like that. Let me say that for the people in the back. People don't like for you to play on their top. They don't like for you to play on their intelligence and make them feel crazy because you want something to fit your narrative. So I've talked about how this has happened with a lot of people where they've been told like, well, you're not good enough. And they're trying to convince these people of that when these people know good and damn well how hard they work. I like to believe that most people go to work, do their job, and work very hard and do it to the best of their ability. You're going to have them ones that are slackers, but what you can't do is convince me that in most industries, the majority of the workers are slackers. Everybody in their industry got, or even in your companies or whatever, the slackers, but you're not going to sit and say it's the vast majority. That doesn't make sense. Why it doesn't make sense? Because it won't keep the doors open. The business isn't going to do what it needs to do if it's full of just slackers. Like, you got to think about the logic from it. It doesn't make sense. But the reasoning that they have been giving these people is that basically you're a slacker and it doesn't make sense. So these two judges are saying the devil is a lie. You are playing. You're playing in these people's faces. You trying to come up here and play in my face, but we not listen, child. Listen, Linda, listen. What we not doing, we're not doing that. We're too smart for that. We gonna call a thing a thing. So what I've always, felt and what I've said on this channel is that if it comes down to money and you just don't got it, you on your Tasha K, I ain't got it, say that. Say, hey, we got to let you go. How many of you all maybe haven't got, experienced that before? We're letting you go because we just don't have the money. Like the last time I got laid off, let me see. I've been laid off twice. The first time was more so centered around like finances. It wasn't nothing where, oh, we got to let your team go because of you all aren't performing well. They didn't do that. It was just a money thing. Listen, we ain't got it. Tasha K, we ain't got it. Bet. So I think that goes over better for people when you're honest with them to say what it is. Listen, like we ain't got it. We trying to do something different. We got to move around versus playing on their intelligence, playing on their top, gaslighting them, giving them some bogus reason as to why they got to let them go, which being because you're not a good worker. And I've talked about how that can impact someone's psychology, someone's psychologically, because here it is, you're now trying to convince them and tell them that they're not good when they within the depths of them know otherwise, and people have told them otherwise, but you're trying to convince them no, you're not good enough, and that's why you're getting fired. That could impact somebody psychologically. And here's the thing, y'all, this is what I just found out yesterday. So I know that typically I live in Georgia. So I know normally, like if you're working for a company and you quit, you're, for the most part, from what I'm used to seeing, like you're not eligible for unemployment. But if you get fired, then you're eligible for unemployment. And then in some cases, you may have some companies that will fight your unemployment. But for the most part, most of the time, if they're firing you, from what I've seen, they're not doing all that. How about, I learned yesterday, I was listening to someone talk and tell their story, or it might have been inside of the comments on a video. They were saying that because of the reason being put on the separation letter was that it was due to poor performance, the damn people, y'all, got denied damn unemployment. This that bullshit I'm talking about, y'all. This is that bullshit I'm talking about, how it makes a difference with the reasoning that they're giving these people as to why they no longer have a job. Somebody bullshitting with you, trying to play on your top, and the reasoning that they gave, because it's on paperwork, they got to take that to the unemployment office. Listen, I've been unemployed before. It happened a couple of times, so I know listen, child. I know how it goes. You take your documents, your separation letter, and all of that to the unemployment office. The unemployment office, on those documents, is going to have the reason for the separation between you and your company. So, for some people, they have experienced that because of the reasoning, they are not entitled to unemployment. Ain't that some damn bullshit? That's the shit I'm damn talking about. That is the stuff that I'm talking about. And here's the thing, what I need for y'all to understand, some of you, you may be new to my channel. I am a Trump supporter. He got my vote. I was on board with the vision he had for where he wanted this country to go. But like anybody, I'm not going to always be 100% a rider for all that you do. And I don't think that it's safe for anybody to be that way with anyone. You can support someone, but you can also acknowledge and call out when something just ain't right. When something's done on some malicious stuff where you like, you know what? It's just a way you go about doing things. And I feel like this way of going, of how things have been done, centered around these people and losing their jobs, it hasn't been done in a kosher way. I feel like it could have been handled in a better way. Because like I said, because they chose to use the reason of, releasing these people due to job performance, some of these people are unable to collect unemployment. And that's jacked up. So here's the thing. This is how you know it's on some bull, because you got that as your reason. You're being denied unemployment, but then you got a couple of judges who are saying, no, that was wrong. These people really wasn't, because poor performance, because when you use common sense, you you're gonna know that that's not the deal with the vast majority of these people, that they were just shitty workers. Like, it don't take a lot of convincing for people to believe that no, the vast majority of these people who lost their jobs were just poor workers. No, like, come on now. No. So you got the judge them saying no, that's effed up. These people need their jobs back. But then you got the unemployment office over here just trying to do their little job and adhere to process. And if it's saying poor work performance or whatever, then no, we got to deny your unemployment. Y'all see what I'm saying? How people are just getting caught up in the system, where with the right hand ain't in sync with the left hand. Like, nobody, what they say, one band, one sound. That's not what's taking place right now. It's not what's taking place with our government right now. And it's very sad. Good morning, everyone. Please hit the like button as you come on in. It's very sad. So, there's thousands of people who have solace with knowing that at least two judges have said, no, this was wrongfully done, and these people need their jobs back. So now it's just the waiting game for them to learn when they are able to return back to their positions. So here's the kicker with that, to where I got to thinking, because listen, I'll tell you all, if you're new to my channel, another little fun fact about me. Um, my background is clinical mental health counseling, which means I have a master's degree in clinical mental health counseling. So I go very deep in psychological with analyzing things. Basically, with my education, I can be a therapist. If I wanted to go set up shop, get my license activated, and your girl's a therapist. So that's what that means as far as with my education. But I choose not to operate in the capacity of a therapist. I just choose to. I no longer desire to do that. I like to come out to the internet and talk to you all. So that's what I do. So I come out here and just talk to you all and just get into the psychology of a lot of things. So I say that to say, what was my point I wanted to make, but centered around the psychology of it, because I've talked about how it can do something psychologically to people when you're trying to convince them of something that's not true. Like, okay, you're not good at what you do, you suck, and that you've put in a lot of time, hours, and things into what it is that you were being paid to do, and someone's just like overnight has come in to tell you, no, you're not good enough, that's not enough. And it's just like, what? Like, that can really impact somebody. So these people, so now with these people, say the 20,000, say all of them choose to go back to work. What kind of stress do you think those people are going to be under when they go back into those offices, knowing that they're in a place where the people who basically paid their check told them not too long ago that we don't want you? Think about that. You were told you're not good enough, I don't want you, and then someone enforces them to have you back. Do you all think it's going to be good, positive energy juju in that environment, with knowing that you're in a place to where these people had already told you, I don't want you, you're not good enough? Do you think these people are now going to be tense, wondering like, oh my God, like, am I doing this right? Are they going to just write me up or find anything that wrongful that I may be doing just to get rid of me? Because remember, they didn't already told me 2 weeks ago, 1 month ago, that they didn't want me. So now that they're forced to have me back, do you think that they're going to welcome me with open arms? That can be very psychological to someone. How do you do your job thinking like that? That's like you working for a company and you're suing them while you're still working for them. A lot of times it doesn't happen that way. Usually you've left, you've broken ties, and now you got your little litigation going on. You're not still going to work dealing with these people and still meeting them at court at 4 o'clock. Like, this is not normally what happens. Some people it does happen that way, but that's not the situation you want, because that's added stress. You want to part ways and then have your fight. So here it is. These people are being told, hey, they wrongfully let you go. Go on back to work on Monday. And they got to go into this environment and work for these people who told them, I didn't told you as I didn't want you. And y'all think that these people aren't going to show them that they don't want them as they show up and do their jobs every day in some type of way or capacity? You don't think that their employer, the people at the top who's writing the checks, isn't going to make them feel like they're not, that they're wanted? No, I just think that it's going to be a lot psychologically for these people to endure. They're going to be, it's almost like their nerves going to be shot. Their nerves going to be really bad because they're going to be wondering like when they going to be tapped on the shoulder for something else, for not being good enough. Like what else are they going to be told that's just not true? What other battle are they going to have to get into? It's a lot. So it's layers to it. It's beyond, okay, these people just going back to work. Like, these people have really been impacted. These people really have been impacted. And it's something that I don't wish on anyone. And here's the thing. I understand that we need government efficiency. I know that there is a right and a wrong way to do things, and a lot of what has been getting done, with our country, it hasn't been the right way, in particular over the last 4 years. I definitely believe that. I believe that there is change that is needed, but the way in which the change is going about with the government, with just kind of slashing things like overnight like that, I'm just not with that part. Like, I just feel like it could have just taken place differently than what it is, or the way it has been. So I also learned this morning that there are a couple of agencies that Doge recently rolled up on, and the agencies kind of bucked at them and didn't want to open the doors. On some, y'all know how y'all mama said, don't be open the doors for strangers. Don't even let them know you there. But even if they know you in there, you talk through the door. Don't open the door for strangers. Well, a couple of weeks ago, maybe like a week and a half ago, Doge showed up to this agency. I think they're called the African Aid Agency in DC. So Doge rolled up on them. They refused to allow them inside because they were like, listen, like, we are not a part of the executive branch. Like, you don't have the right to come up in here. Doge said, all right, then, bet. They left. Believe it was like the next day, Doge showed up with what they said, or who was believed based off of how they presented themselves. They presented themselves as U.S. Marshals. So Doge showed up with alleged U.S. Marshals. And the demand was, hey, you better open up this door. So, of course, this scared the hell out of, the people at the agency. They opened up the door. The Doge and the marshals, who were presumed to be the marshals, based off of how they presented themselves, they made the people at the agency uh, get out the building. They said exit the building, and then them people, Doge and the marshals and them, the alleged marshals, y'all changed the locks. So they told them to get the hell out their building, and then they changed the locks on the damn people. I said, I'll be damned. That's like being in a damn relationship. You tell him to get his monkey ass out your shit. You say, get the hell out my damn house. Leave my goddamn keys. Oh, you don't want to leave the keys? I'm finna goddamn change the locks. I got something for your monkey ass. So this is the energy that Doge came in there with this agency. Like, I'm putting you out. Listen, you getting out. You listen. Listen, Linda, listen. They put their asses out and they said them folks changed the locks. I guess on the spot. They changed the locks. And people ain't been back in that building. So now they got them a little lawsuit going on because they got kicked out of their shit. Fast forward to Friday, another agency. Which agency was this one? This one was called something dealing with, I think it's called the Freedom Agency, something. This other agency, Doge rolled up on them on Friday, y'all. Again, like the African Aid Agency, they like, nah, you ain't coming up in here. You ain't coming up in here. Oh yeah, back to the marshals, alleged marshals. The people at the African Aid Agency said that they had weapons. And when the when they asked the U.S. Marshals, the government, to make a comment like, y'all, did y'all really do this? Did y'all accompany Doge? Did y'all show up to this agency? They basically didn't want to confirm or deny. They just kind of was on a, well, just be careful who you hear stuff from. Like, they didn't say, no, that wasn't us, or they didn't say, yes, we accompanied Doge. They right. So that's on that. So fast forward to the second agency. On Friday was another agency that Doge rolled up on. So keep in mind, Doge is rolling up on these agencies because they're wanting to do these audits, access their systems, and look around, move some papers around. They trying to see something. They trying to see something. So on Friday they rolled up to this other agency, and the agency also denied them interest. Like, listen, you ain't got the right, whatever. The agency, Doge left, then Doge came back on yesterday. I believe it was yesterday, supposedly they came back. And when they came back with the FBI. So Doge rolled up with the FBI, and that's how they were able to gain access to this other agency. They were called the Freedom of International. Basically, that agency they deal with. And the ironic part about it is this is popping off with the Freedom Peace Agency. They're an agency that basically are in place to facilitate conversations and negotiate things between like different countries and things to kind of keep the peace. So here it is. They the agency they about trying to keep the peace and having conversations and things like that. But then now they in a situation where Doge and the FBI rolling up on them, throwing their weight. So much for the peace, but that's the situation with that. So those are two cases to where Doge have showed up, and they showed up with the news is saying with physical force. They're calling it physical force. They're forcefully entering into these buildings because the people at the agency are saying no, you can't come in, but they're coming back um, with force. With the first agency, they said it was the marshals. That's what I guess they were told who the people were, even though the U.S. Marshals or whatever haven't said it was them or not. They just kind of not really speaking on it, which is kind of interesting. And then the second situation is when the FBI accompanied those, so they're showing up with force. So of course, when them showing up with force, these people gotta kind of move to the side and comply. So that's on that. So you got a lawsuit by the African Aid agency, and that agency is centered around, I guess, with make funding and just helping out, with these countries that I guess affiliated with Africa. Y'all know, like I said, we got money going to everybody but us. Meanwhile, homelessness in our country is just out of whack, just crazy. But we got money to be sending to Africa, wherever, Afghanistan. You listen, money going everywhere, but to the people here who are paying tax dollars, the people here who are sleeping on the streets, who are veterans, it just don't make sense. As Tupac says, we got money for war, or he said, we got money for war but can't feed the poor. That is, it's just so disheartening that that's still the situation today in 2025. And that man been gone, what, 25 plus years? How long Tupac been gone, y'all? He been gone for a minute now. And he was rapping about that. That was our situation then when that young man was still here breathing. And it's the situation now. It makes no sense. So that's where we are with that. What else? Trump also is fighting against the judges. So lately, Trump, he's had some wins, but goddamn it, he's had some L's too, where as far as with judges not being in support of his decisions and things like that. So I guess the probably most recent one is a situation with this gang that Trump had deported or sent over to El Salvador, and that in the to their prisons, rightfully so, if you ask me. So Trump had, I think it was maybe about 3 planes worth of inmates or whatever that got sent over there. So with that being said, so the judge had told Trump, all right then, um, that what was called the what was that act? The Alien Enemies Act. Trump wanted to enforce the Alien Enemies Act. So here's the thing. He wanted to enforce an act or something that's on the books, that's mean it's lawful. It's been around for a very long time. But people are mad that he enforced it because it's something that people don't use or it hasn't been used in a long time. Okay, goddamn it. Just because somebody don't utilize a resource don't mean that suddenly when somebody utilizes it, it ain't no resource no more. What kind of damn sense that make? What kind of sense does that make, that just because somebody don't utilize something that's available, when the person who chooses to utilize it, they looked at as wrong because, well, people usually don't utilize this resource. Okay, bitch, well, I'm goddamn finna utilize it today. So that's what with the energy that's been given with this whole Alien Enemies Act, because they're like, nobody hasn't used this in forever. Okay, well, shit, that's part of why the damn country fucked up, because people ain't been leaning in onto shit that they can lean into with the resources that we got. These fools, yes, these people are terrorists. Shit, goddamn it, they goddamn terrorists. Let's utilize this shit. Maybe if we utilize this shit, goddamn, back when we could years ago, we wouldn't be here. So I'm seeing that we can utilize some shit that can make a difference for our country and the safety. Like, what the fuck? Like, y'all, this that shit I be talking about. This that shit. Welcome to Sheik Speaks on it. Hit the like button. This that shit I be talking about. As Dr. Phil said, common sense ain't just that. It ain't that common. Don't get mad at him that he utilizing something that is on the books. That man said, yes, these people are foreign, they're terrorists. And he said the worst part about it, y'all saying no, but we ain't at war with the country. He said we are at war with these damn people. Actually, worse off, at least when we are at war with a country, we can recognize they goddamn goofy asses because they got a damn uniform on, and you can easily point them out. He said with these people, with these gang members, they just walk in the streets blending in like just a random person. So that makes it even more dangerous because you don't know what the fuck you up against, because he didn't blend it in, he, she, whoever, they didn't blend it in with the crowd. So you don't even know. Remember the young girl, I live in Georgia. Remember Trump created the act with the young girl, in name of the young girl. I can't think of her name right now. She was a UGA student out in the community doing her thing that people and Americans do, walking the trail, jogging, shit, just shit that normal people do. This man rode up on her, violated her, killed her, whatever. He wasn't wearing no damn uniform or nothing like that. He was wearing plain clothes. He's wearing plain clothes. So that means it's harder to identify the enemy if they blending in like your regular person. So he's like, yes, no, we have to get them the hell on out of here. They had to go. Shit, they got to go. If you here for them, chick, take your ass. You go on over to El Salvador and see if you get on the visitation list. Because if that's the only way you gonna goddamn see they goddamn asses. Because what you're not gonna do is see them in the US of A. And that's on that. You're not finna see them over here. You better goddamn call and learn about visitation hours. And I don't think that place do visitation. So I don't know. You better become a pen pal. I don't even know if they can do. Listen, goddamn, you better be goddamn. Listen, Linda, listen. You better be resourceful. Get your get back. Remember back in the day, you used to have your pen pal and shit, and you can pick you somebody in goddamn Canada or whoever, the Ethiopia, whoever the hell you want to write. Well, goddamn, if you want to write to this son of a BSOB in El Salvador at the goddamn prison, get your goddamn pen and paper and notepad, and you write his goddamn monkey ass a goddamn letter to see how he doing, or tell him to keep his goddamn head up, because that's goddamn best you gonna get, because his fucking ass ain't coming back here. He ain't welcome. President Trump said he ain't goddamn welcome. He can't come back here. What they say, you ain't got to go home, but you getting the hell out of here. That's the energy that President Trump is on, and I am here for it. I'm here for it. So with the press secretary, was that Caroline? Who was that? What was that group? I can't even think of right now the rap group, but I think they had the song called Caroline. So Caroline said, "Listen, shit. What had happened was at the time when the judge was doing his ruling, We had planes in the air and they was already over water past the U.S. territory. So goddamn, it was too damn late. Shit, it was too late. It was too late. She like, listen, listen. It's too late. They was already goddamn gone. We keep that in mind for the, future detainees as far as what the judge have said. But with this batch right here, they already goddamn gone, and we ain't trying to bring their asses back. So let's move on with life. The part I don't understand is how do the American people fight to want to have those people want to be back on our land? That shit when I talk about it don't be making sense to me. Because this man is trying to get rid of these people who are doing harm to our people here on our land. But though you want to fight about him getting rid of them, but though you gonna be the main goddamn ones hooping and hollering if they asses impact your life in some type of way where they didn't F with yours or they didn't F with you. You finna be hooping and hollering, wondering what F the police was at, why they didn't show up, why they didn't do nothing. Y'all know how it be. It be the main ones complaining. But then when it hit home to them and they're impacted, then suddenly they want to know, well, why stuff didn't happen. Well, your monkey ass was walking the picket line talking about, no, free Juan, free Carlos. I know he goddamn can't be doing the absolute most, but goddamn it, he got rights. That's the part I don't understand. How are we trying to adhere to some type of laws and rights that American citizens have when these people aren't American citizens? Like, make that make sense. Because a lot of this argument is centered around, well, they got to go through the court system. Why? Why? What court system? They ain't no American citizens. So why do they have to adhere to the shit that we go through? That doesn't make sense. Why are you treating them like American citizens when they're not? That's why they over here running amok now. You treat them like American citizens. They're not. I need for you to understand, and the people in the back to understand that illegal immigrants are not American citizens. So with that being said, they can't be held, that it shouldn't be expected for them to be held to the same rights as American citizens. I just don't goddamn understand what's so damn hard to understand about that. And that's basically what my content be about, y'all. I be trying to goddamn understand because shit that I'm hearing and seeing, it just makes no sense with the pushback on what Trump is trying to do when it comes to a lot of stuff, in particular with this whole immigration situation. These goddamn MS was running amok. You, I was done when underneath the Biden administration and in Colorado they had these gang members taking over whole apartment complexes. How you coming into apartment complex trying to collect, knocking on doors, collect the rent, and you got the goddamn office people even scared? You done got the damn office people damn shook by your presence to where it's just going down where they're literally collecting money from the tenants. They going knocking on the doors, making a round like talking about motherfucking rents due. You know it's the first. We ain't got no grace periods. We operate differently than the office. We need ours on the first or whatever day that they pick. Like, listen, we need ours now. So here, and then the sad part about it, I was listening to, I don't know, the Colorado, if he was the governor or the mayor or whatever, but his goofy ass tried to play it down, talking about, I mean, yeah, it happened, but I mean, it was only for just a handful of places. Motherfucker, what do you mean only? Where in the world does that even sound right for some gang member to come in and take over a whole fucking community and start collecting fucking rent, talking about we need our shit on the first, not the damn third? Because y'all know in these apartment complexes, sometimes, they give you that damn grace period. These motherfuckers like, nah, we don't do grace periods. We don't do grace periods. We need our shit now. Fuck a grace period. That was under the old management. New management, we need our shit now or that's your ass. This fool talking about, well, yeah, I mean, yeah, it was happening, but it wasn't for a whole lot of places. It was just for like a handful of places. Like the shit is okay. It is not okay if it's happening to one family. If you don't shut your goddamn ass up, and that's the shit I be talking about, that democratic language on just trying to make some shit fit that you know is fucked up, but to save face, you want to try to play in people's faces and try to convince people that what's popping off is kosher and it's okay and it's not that bad. What the fuck you mean it's not that bad? It's only a couple of people. Like, sir, sir, if you don't have several seats, and shut the hell up. So then them goddamn gangs, they made their way to New York. Guess what? They was on the same type of time. They was doing the same shit in New York. Same shit in New York. They was the first ones that ICE rolled up on when Trump came in office and said round their asses up. He hit New York. He ended up hitting Colorado too. I think he got a whole bunch of them at the Colorado because they all was at a warehouse, I guess, parlaying. I guess somebody dropped a dime on their asses, and ICE and them rolled up on them. I think it was in the hundreds of 50s to hundreds of. I know it was more than 50 where they rolled up on them. And so that was in Colorado. But New York, they was on that same type of time. Some of them had left Colorado and made their way to New York to set up shop to try that same bullshit. And people in the community, in the apartment complex again, was like they just felt uncomfortable. They like with walking, leaving their homes, letting their children go out to play because they just came in and just took over the apartment, building, and they was on that same type of time that they were in Colorado. And I think in one of the raids, there was a unit that had like 15 people living in it, and it was like a one bedroom. All crazy work. How Sway? So this is that stuff that's taking place, but people will try to downplay like it's not that big of a deal. Yes, like it is. It's a very big deal. This is why people running amok. This is why people not trying to respect us as a nation and the rules that we have in place that you want other places to respect. You don't want us to have laws and regulations and rules and things like that we can require for people to respect. It's like you don't want us to be entitled to that because why? I think a lot of people have gotten, sorry, I had a call coming in. A lot of people have gotten used to America and doing what the hell you want to do, and you cannot do that. You can't do it nowhere else, and you damn sure you can't do it here. But Biden was allowing for people to just do what they want to do. So now these people running around thinking they got goddamn rights. The delusion. It's the delusion for me. These people running around thinking that they got rights because they've been moving around in this country for however long they have, like they got some goddamn rights. Well, news flash, you don't have rights. Why? Because you're not a citizen. When you become a citizen the rightful way, you'll get some damn rights. So until then, you need to damn shut the hell up, get on this plane so we can take your ass back home or find your own way. But either way, you got to get the hell out of here. Again, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell out of here. That's the type of time our administration is on. We got enough shit going on here. Another people doing the absolute most with Americans. Y'all know we got Americans already here doing the most. We do not need help in that area. Our people have that down. We do not need help with doing the absolute damn most. That's the prison system's full right now with people doing the absolute most. We good. We don't need no more. We do not need help with knowing how to move recklessly. We don't need no help. Like we really don't. Like take my word on that. Like we got that down pat. We do not need any help. We do not need any help. Y'all need to take your asses back home. Some of these places, these leaders in some of these homes of these people, they don't want their people back. Why do you think that is? Why do you think that these countries don't even want their own people back? Is it because they are goddamn menace to society? Could it be that? Are they viewing these people as menace to society where they like, we don't even want them back? Y'all sure y'all can't keep them over there? Hell no. All right, all right, all right. Send them back. Like that's the type of energy that we're getting, like that their leaders don't even want them back because by them not being there, they're noticing a change and a shift in the energy with just their society with not having these people here. So they like, damn, if they come back, we got to deal with this all over again. No, send their asses back and put their asses in jail. How about that? Do like with El Salvador, have a prison or some system set up to where when they come back, they can go straight there. They don't have to be on the streets. Listen, Linda, you can fix this. Get their asses off the streets. Get them off the streets. You don't have to have them on the streets. Get them off the streets. And that's what Trump is trying to do. Get them off the streets. It baffles me that people don't understand the concept of removing criminals from the streets. That's the mindset we have when it comes to Americans. So why the fuck we can't have that when it comes to immigrants? I'm just saying. I'm just not understanding how these damn rules keep damn changing. Cause y'all know with goddamn black folks, black Americans here, yeah, they asses do some wrong. Y'all know we disproportionately be getting these sentences that don't be damn making sense for a lot of stuff that our people do. And they with the quickness ready to get us off the streets. But with illegal immigrants, you got to bebop and come up with all these reasons and talk about laws and rights that they got. You don't be trying to entertain no damn laws and rights for the damn black folks in America. Come on, somebody. Y'all know I ain't damn lying. Now all of a sudden you want to adhere to goddamn laws, rights, and policies. But goddamn Twan ass, you didn't, Twan and damn Curtis and Marcus, you didn't give a shit about no laws and rights when you want to throw their asses up in jail and give them a lifetime sentence for some goddamn weed. When a lot of the states, the shit's legal, but just because say it happened in a state that's not legal yet, they got this crazy ass sentence. Don't talk to me about goddamn laws, processes, rights, and shit when you not even following it for the American people. That's the shit I'm talking about. It's the what they call the selective outrage. It's the selective outrage for me. It's the selective outrage for me. Don't be selective about when you want to implement the policies and things that we got in this country. That's not what you want to do, because it's going to have you looking crazy. People like me and any of these other platforms and major networks, they're going to be talking about your goddamn ass, talking about the stupidity and how crazy it sounds. It looks crazy as hell, you all, for our country to have so many people fighting for these prisoners, these criminals, to come back to our country. What other country? You think Mexico asked them was out there fighting for them damn people who then damn came over to America, however they came? You think they over there fighting for them damn people to make their damn way back? Hell no. Y'all think that Mexico been fighting? I ain't seen no news headline where any of these countries been kicking and screaming and fighting for their people to come back. No. They haven't celebrated. Listen, I done told y'all the damn leaders over there saying, y'all, we don't want them back, because they see that there's a change and a shift with their crime rates, and everything is different now with them not being there. Why would you want that back? Clearly somebody using goddamn common sense and discernment, and it ain't our government, or at least it wasn't, the previous administration, because Trump is on some damn common sense type shit. Like, we got to get their asses off the streets. They got to go. They can't be here anymore. I'm sorry. Listen, they got to go. Sorry, but not sorry. They got to damn go. They've been here long enough. I heard like recently a lot of them are doing self-deportation, because I guess they see, oh shit, if he catch up with my ass, he's sending my monkey ass to El Salvador. Have y'all seen footage of what the fuck the El Salvador, the prison look like? What's that called? I can't remember. See something, CPAC. Have y'all seen what the damn prison look like in El Salvador? Lord Jesus. If I knew that I was at risk, or if they caught my ass that I was going there, I would be getting the hell on too. That ain't what you want. That shit ain't Alcatraz. San Quentin ain't got nothing on that prison in El Salvador. If you don't know what the hell I'm damn talking about, Google El Salvador prison. Google that shit. Please believe everything that you read and see. Oh, that shit is true. That makes sense why these people like, oh, hell no. I ain't finna risk getting the hell sent over there. Let me damn take my goddamn ass and make my way and get these going and get this goddamn map together and find the path back to Mexico or Guatemala. Shit, let me figure this shit out. I need to listen. I can't risk getting sent over there. I just can't fucking do it. I cannot do it. I can't do it. I'm gonna take my ass to Africa. You got Mexicans in Africa. They like, fuck that. He ain't sending my ass there. Listen, y'all finna look up and probably see a bunch of goddamn Mexicans in damn Africa and Ethiopia. Talking, talking about I had to run some goddamn where, and there was a flight to Ethiopia, and I hopped my damn ass on that goddamn flight because I was not finna go there. So y'all, we about to probably see a lot of goddamn Mexicans and goddamn Paris, France, in Africa. Where are they gonna take their asses to Canada? Listen, they ain't going to El Salvador. They ain't fucking going to El Salvador. So all these damn countries finna see an influctuation in numbers when it comes to the Mexican community. Cause they getting the hell on. They are getting the hell on. They getting the hell on. The Mexicans finna go there and blend with the goddamn Africans. You finna goddamn see the Mexicans wearing they goddamn with them Africans. They got the damn the damn the skirts on made out of damn leaves and shit. Whatever it is, the fucking Mexicans finna fucking blend in. They finna goddamn blend in. They finna have paint on their face. Do whatever the damn Africans doing, the Ethiopians doing, the dances, the seances, the fucking Mexicans finna damn do it too. They finna be over there trying to learn the goddamn. I hear it's a lot of different languages. My daughter was saying it's like over 1,000. They got all these different languages over in Africa. The Mexicans said, motherfucker, shit, what? Teach me. Teach me. I am here. Please direct me to my hut. Please direct me to my hut. Where's my hut? I'm a builder. Show me how to build a hut. I can help build huts. I can be resourceful for you. America doesn't want me there. They don't appreciate my resourcefulness. So I can be resourceful to you, Africa. Y'all, this is the type of shit finna be popping up. Y'all think I'm fucking playing. This is about to happen. They finna be over. Listen, shit. Listen, they getting their fucking resumes together because, especially that's why I say Africa, because you know the Mexicans use their hands. They can build shit. They can plant, grow shit. Man, Africa is finna be looking real different now. You finna see a lot of goddamn Mexican African kids mixed, the mixed kids. What you mix with African? I'm Ethiopian mixed with Guatemalan kid. Listen, child. Listen, Linda. Listen. I'm painting a goddamn picture for your ass because they self-deporting, and I guarantee you they ain't self-deporting to goddamn El Salvador. I'm gonna tell you that. I don't need to ask Chat GPT that. I don't need. I be asking Chat GPT some shit, but I ain't got to ask. Are the Mexicans going to deport themselves to El Salvador? I don't have to do that. I don't have to do that. No, them fucking Mexicans going somewhere else. I feel like the Africans will welcome them because listen, African be like, what the fuck? What's your trade? What's your skill? Because y'all know they say when you go to Africa, you got to come there with your own job created. It ain't like some jobs where you trying to go work at Wells Fargo, Chase, Coca-Cola. Oh no, it ain't no shit like that. You going out there and you setting up you a goddamn stand. Y'all know every woman out there is a goddamn braider. I recently seen a YouTube video with the little girl, she 3. When she bring her ass home from school, guess what? She and somebody head to braiding. And her ass goddamn bad with it. They did a whole story on her, how she know how to goddamn braid. She up there braiding. Y'all know how you go to the hair salon and the stylist, her shit don't be done. Her hair fucked up. And y'all ever see y'all go to get your hair done? Y'all be like, damn, why the stylist hair don't never be done? Well, baby girl hair wasn't goddamn done either. She had some braids in the back situation, and this shit right here was still loose hair. This shit wasn't done. This shit wasn't done. So she was looking like a true goddamn American stylist because her shit wasn't even done. Her shit wasn't even done. But she all up in the head hooking them other damn women up. Folks coming to the house asking mama, where she at? I want her to do my hair. Mama like, she at school. She got you when she come home. Y'all, I'm not even making this shit up. You mind? My gal, you like, y'all seen that shit? I'm not making this shit up. She was like 3. She is like 3. Mama said one day she just woke up and she just seen that the baby just knew how to goddamn braid hair. Mama already got plans on baby girl taking over the family business. So like I said, when you go to Africa, you got to come with your own job. You creating your own shit. Everybody a goddamn entrepreneur in Africa. If you want to eat, you finna be a goddamn entrepreneur. That's why everybody up there selling shit. Everybody got a little stand and a little hut. The Mexicans will blend in very well there. They already brown skinned like the listen, Linda, listen. They gonna be there speaking different, but they gonna have to goddamn somehow mix that goddamn African language or whatever with the Mexican language, and it's gonna create a whole nother goddamn language. Because what I hear a lot of them them cultural groups, like they be mixing languages together and to create a whole nother language. Well, goddamn it, we about to have the Spanish language mixed with some of the goddamn African languages and create a whole new language. Y'all, them the Mexicans like fuck that, fuck El Salvador. I'm going to goddamn Ghana. These Mexicans finna be in fucking Ghana. They finna be Ghana. They gonna be instead Guyanese, they gonna be like Mexinese. They finna create a whole group. What are you, Mexinese? What the fuck is that? Well, I'm Mexican, but I made my way to Ghana, and we got listen, Linda, listen. Y'all know I'm not fucking lying. If they talking about these people self-deporting, just think about where the fuck they going. Who will be receptive of them going? The goddamn Africans. The goddamn Africans. They got plenty of land out there, shit to grow, water. You finna see the Mexicans out there, the women, they finna be holding, the black one, they had the shit, the baskets on their head and shit. The Mexicans been finna be fucking walking around with the shit on their head too. I'm just telling y'all, when y'all can make sure you come back to my videos, when y'all start seeing that shit, you finna see Carlos and Maria walking around with the fucking baskets on their fucking head and the babies tied to the goddamn back. They finna be doing all that shit that the black, Linda, listen. I'm painting a picture because I can see it forward. I can see it. Maria finna have shit. She gonna fuck up in the beginning because she ain't gonna. You got to make sure you're balanced together. We got that. This cultural for us, so we can. What? I'll probably fuck up too because I ain't used to doing all that. But it's gonna be some trial and error. That shit gonna be trial and error, but Maria gonna eventually get it. I have faith in her. She gonna get that shit. Maria gonna put that goddamn bag, that goddamn basket on her head. She gonna tie little Alana to her goddamn back, Carlos Jr. to her front, and she gonna work that shit out. And they finna go get the goddamn water, go pick fruit, whatever the fuck she needs to do for her hustle, she is going to do it. She gonna make that shit do what it do, just like the Africans do. She just gonna be Mexican doing it. I'm telling y'all, this is what's finna happen. This shit, it's what's finna to happen. You can laugh all you damn want to, but one thing we can say that we not gonna deny is that a fucking Mexican is resourceful. I would say they're second behind the black people, African. Mexicans are resourceful. They're survivalists. If Africa allow for them to come over there, them Mexicans will damn sure take their asses to fucking Africa. They will. I know the fuck I will over goddamn El Salvador. I told y'all better Google that shit because that ain't what you want. That El Salvador shit is fucked up, y'all. That is not what you want. You don't want no fucking parts of the goddamn El Salvador shit. Soon as you getting off that goddamn plane, they got your ass bent down with your head between the knees. Y'all remember, little girls, when your mama braid your hair and you bent between her knees and your head all down? You didn't finish with a goddamn, you cute now, but you got a goddamn crook in your neck because mama didn't damn turned you all kinds of goddamn ways to get that little goddamn design and shit. Y'all know y'all listen. Non-black folks, this how it go down. I'm giving y'all the background of how it go down when it's time to get your hair done. How you all in between mama's legs and she hook you up and she telling you to be still. If you don't, you gonna get goddamn popped in the goddamn head. Well, whatever she got in her hand, whether that be a hot comb, a regular comb, or a brush, whatever, mama, black mamas, whatever she got is coming at you. Okay, so picture that. So these people, the Mexicans getting off the plane, they going straight to the goddamn salon. We gonna call it the salon, because guess what? They getting that shit shaved off. They head all bent down to the goddamn floor as though you can't shave the head. See, what I noticed with at the El Salvador folks, they act like they can't do shit dealing with these inmates with their asses standing upright. Every time I see their asses, they got the damn inmates all bent over and shit. I'm trying to understand that part. Like when they walk, like here when you'll see inmates or whatever, they'll walk like upright. Oh no, not El Salvador. So say this is upright. This is they shit. So this is the goddamn head. The head is down here. I'm still trying to understand that part. Y'all know once I figure that shit out, I'm coming back here. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, because I'm gonna give you a fucking update on what the fuck that's about. But that's what the fuck they do. So they done got their asses off the damn plane. They done took them to the salon and they got their head all down between the knees and they shaving that shit off. That is coming off. So they already took their fucking hair. Everybody in there looking alike. Everybody all tatted up. Remember, the Democrats said, Trump, these are the best of the best. Why are you taking them over there? Everybody tatted up. Everybody, you can't even recognize them because they all, listen, they all like look alike. I'm like, damn, why they all look scary looking like that? But remember, let the damn Democrats tell you, them are the best of the best. And there was no reason why them people should have been dropped off over there. The hell you say, bitch, you take your monkey ass over there and be with them. I bet you won't let them come stay at your on your quarters. I bet you they can't get a night at your house. Think about it. All these people are saying no, no, no. They need to come back. You think they'll welcome any of these people in their community? Like, think about it. You think these Democratic people will welcome those same people into their communities, into their homes, into the schools where their children go? Let's just talk about it, because it's almost like you want them here, but you like, but shit, I don't want them at where I live, but shit, yeah, bring them back. Like, make that shit make sense. What you want, Jasmine Crockett? Like, what the fuck do you want? Can they come to your goddamn house? Can Maria borrow some of your goddamn wigs? Like, what the fuck? Like, what? Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. Can she get the keys to the Jag? Like, come on now. Can she melt your lace fronts? Like, come on now. Can she just borrow the wig for a night? Can she just borrow it? She'll give it back. Can she just borrow it? Can she catch a night? Girl power, right? Can she catch a night? Hell no. Jasmine Crockett like, bitch, hell no. Y'all know Jasmine be like, fuck that. You ain't stand up. And y'all already see how Jasmine be acting. Y'all know she gonna be like, fuck that. Hell no, but you ain't coming up in here. She gonna say that shit just like that. You ain't coming up in here. I don't know what the fuck you going. You ain't stand here. What you think? But mind you, she on the tour talking about Trump fucked up and how he doing this, that, and the third wrong. But though when you challenge to ask, say, well, can they bring their asses to your crib? You be like, hell no. She gonna say, she gonna twist her, hell no. She gonna the damn wig might the damn fall off as hard as she might damn cock her head when they ask her if the damn people can come to her goddamn crib. She gonna get an attitude and probably cuss them out for them even asking. That's the energy I get from her. But though it's okay for them to just be in our country, make that shit make sense. That it doesn't make sense, you all. And I come here and I talk about the shit that don't make sense. Help me understand. Help me understand, because it doesn't make sense. So yes, the Mexicans like, fuck that. Okay, what you said? You said y'all got a plane going out to South Africa at 2. I think all right then. And you said 2 o'clock. How many you said? How many seats you said you got left? Because my family, how many of us? One, let me see. Okay, yeah, it's gonna be 30 of us. It's gonna be 30 of us. Okay, so Southwest, y'all fly to Africa. Y'all fly to Africa Southwest Frontier. Y'all go to Africa. Cause listen, cause it's 30 of us. We got the tickets. We good for. We got cash. Y'all take cash. It's gonna be 30 of us. Well, okay, you said at 2 o'clock. All right then, yeah. All right then. Now, you say y'all got cash. All right, because yeah, we gonna need to be on that flight. All right then. All right. So they, all right, Carlos, Juan, come on. He felt fucking start rounding them up. I got some, we about to get raised up out of here. Pack your shit up. Come on, put your tools up. We're about to go. Southwest said that they can fly us to South Africa. That we leave at, they said if leave out at 2, leave out at 2. Come on out. Y'all think they wouldn't ask us get on that plane to go there if they knew the alternative was El Salvador? Hell yeah, they will go. Would you? Shit. I tried my hand in Africa before goddamn El Salvador. Shit. I'm sure. Go ahead and Google El Salvador. I'm sure you'll report back. Chic, yeah, me too. I probably have to try wearing the baskets on my head too. I just can't do that out El Salvador. Oh my God, those haircuts. I need my hair. I can't do it. Oh my God, there was not even a lineup. They don't even do a lineup. They just shave it. Oh my God. They just shaved it and it looks patchy. No, I can't do it. Oh, and they just wear white. White is so not my color. It's not my color. Yeah, I'll go to Africa. Those people are quite lovely, They have beautiful skin. Great, with the food, fresh food. Yeah, Africa's not that bad. Black people, the Africans, they're quite lovely. And it's a beautiful land. Oh my God. And the jungles and the animals. They have the monkeys and the giraffes and the elephants. Oh yeah. It'd be like, being in a safari. Sure, I'll go there. Yeah, I can't do El Salvador. I just can't do it. Yeah, I'll go to Africa. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to learn. I don't have coordination like that to do some of those dances that those women do because they're really good. But I can learn. I can learn. Yeah. Yeah, I can learn. Oh my God, and their hair and the beads are so beautiful. Like I had braids once when I went to Bahamas. They braided my hair, and yeah, it was nice. So you're saying I can go over there and get those braids for $5? Oh yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, I'll go there. Yeah, I'll go there. Yeah, I'll go to Africa. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'll go to Africa. Trump, don't worry about it. You ain't even got to worry about come over here. We're going to Africa, Trump. Don't even worry about us. I know you got to make your rounds and you got to go. Listen, me and my family, it's 30 of us. Just take us off your list. Can you just mark us off your list? We have flights. Southwest said that they're taking us to Africa at 2 o'clock. They say something about being at the airport 2 hours early. We'll make it four. We'll be there 4 hours early. We're gonna make sure that everything's all good and we get all the bags. Yeah, because we got the kids and stuff. We're going. Yeah, it's gonna be nice. Yeah. That's what the fuck going on. I'm telling y'all, that's what's gonna happen. That's what the way it happened. If you got goddamn common sense, that's how the fuck it's gonna go down. It's gonna go down just like that. It's gonna go down just like that. They gonna come back to visit, have the daishik. They can maybe come back. You gonna see the fucking Mexicans with the daishikis on, with the print. Y'all know how we had an African print. Them fucking Mexicans finna be make. They gonna be able to make that shit. They gonna be able to make it. They're going to be wearing it and making it. You ain't finna be able to tell them goddamn. They're going to be Mexicanese. That's going to be the new group, Mexicanese. You ain't going to be able to tell the Mexicanese a goddamn thing. They going to be Mexicanese. They going to have all the prints and shit or whatever. You ain't going to be able to tell them nothing. They going to argue with you. Listen, this is my country too. I helped build it because you know how they was over here claiming like they built the U.S. Oh, okay. Well, they finna go over to goddamn Africa talking about what the fuck they didn't help build and shit like that, and how Africa didn't have goddamn big ass buildings and D.R. Horton looking houses over there until they came over there. You know, with D.R. Horton, that's a big builder. They finna be goddamn making D.R. Horton looking houses. Them houses gonna be looking real different over in Africa. They gonna bring America to Africa. Africans gonna be like, oh my, you're quite talented. We don't have homes like this. Then Mexicans gonna make it fucking do what it do. They gonna make it do what it do. They gonna make it do what it do because they gonna be happy to be someplace that will welcome them, that will allow for them to be there, and they don't have to worry about getting rounded up and getting sent to El Salvador. And I'm not mad at them. Life is about choices. Pick a goddamn listen. Life's about choice. Pick a country. Where the fuck you want to go? That is where Trump was at. Where the fuck do you want to go? Life's about choices. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to go? You want to go to Africa? Take your ass to Africa, but you got to get the hell out of here. You cannot be here. You can't be here. Period. I can show you better than I can tell you. So a lot of the Mexicans, they are running scared. You even got the goddamn cartel shook. We sure ain't been seeing no cartel buck at goddamn Trump and what he doing. I remember talks a few weeks ago or about maybe like a month ago thinking where people would say, oh my God, with Trump blocking the borders, the cartel not going to take lightly to that. And the cartel, they're going to overpower shit. Where the fuck is the cartel at? The cartel probably finna be the goddamn ones trying to beat the goddamn. They asses finna be in goddamn Africa too. The cartel taking everybody going to Africa. The cartel ain't said a mother effing thing to throw their weight at the Trump administration. They haven't. They said the numbers have been at its lowest with crossing the borders. That shit was like, I think they said they had like a 99% success rate with nobody, I guess, crossing over the damn borders. It's some crazy number. In a good way, when I say crazy, with the lack of people crossing the borders. The cartel then set they monkey asses down. The cartel even said, oh, fuck that. We ain't trying to go to El Salvador. All right, then. So what else y'all got popping off in Africa? Let me see. So what Ethiopia talking about? I see a lot of beautiful Ethiopian women, right? What they talking about? Can we go to Ethiopia? I like how they look. Can I go to Ethiopia? They finna bam fucking pick a. Remember, Trump, pick one motherfucker because you got to get the hell out of here. You got Ghana, you got Ethiopia, you got Gambia. Well, you got Cameroon. What else we got fucking over there? We got Nigeria. Oh, it's a lot of damn places they can pick. It's like picking a damn state over here. Fucking pick one. God damn it, pick one. Pick one where you want to go. Where you wants to go. Do you want to base it on of what your skill set is? Or what kind of patterns they wearing? You don't like the patterns that they be wearing in Nigeria? You want to go to Nigeria like they shit better? Okay, well, what you like? You like how the Ethiopian women look? Listen, you like all of that, the folk, you like that look? All right, well, take your ass to Ethiopia then. I'm just saying, you got to get the hell out of here. I'm guaranteeing, Africans are black people are beautiful people. You will find something to your liking. You will find something to your liking. You like them light skin, you like them dark skin. You can narrow it down by the country on how you like them. Where you want to go, pick one. Pick one, and you need to do it quick, fast, in a hurry, because the goddamn flight leaving at 2 o'clock. The flight is out at 2 o'clock. Remember, Southwest Salmon, but we out at 2 o'clock. We out at 2 o'clock. So figure out what you damn trying to do, because you're gonna get goddamn left. And the next flight to El Salvador is gonna be right after. And that's what the goddamn one you're gonna end up on. That's the one you're gonna fucking end up on. That's gonna be that frontier. That's gonna be that Spirit flight. Spirit taking your fucking ass to El Salvador. You're gonna be at fucking El Salvador on Spirit. Spirit taking you to El Salvador. Southwest got you to Africa. Spirit taking you to El Salvador. Life is about choices, y'all. Life is about goddamn choices. What do you want? Which one do you want? So I done told y'all. So hopefully the live spread to whoever the hell they need to. So therefore they know what options they got, because I'm very resourceful. I come out here with solutions. If you can't tell, I come with solutions, and I didn't gave y'all a solution. I, I, I didn't gave y'all a solution. I didn't gave y'all I didn't gave y'all a solution. So y'all come back. Come back. Let me know which one you chose. I'm curious. Let me know which one you chose. Y'all can go over there. Y'all can do reviews. You set you up a YouTube channel. Talk about the land. Talk about the beautiful people. Y'all know how people do. Y'all don't think people will watch if Mexicans took their ass over to Africa and they start vlogging and doing TikToks and YouTube channels about what's going on in Africa and setting up shop? Hell yeah. I know I watch that shit. I be like, damn, they done did it. I hope they at least give me a shout out and thank me, because I'd be like, wow, they did it. They did it. They did it. They working it out. They are working it out. Listen, help me help you. I'm just out here just trying to give solutions. That's all I can do, because folks out here on a wing and a prayer. On a wing and a prayer. And Trump, like, that's all right. Some of y'all are struggling with making decisions, but I can help you with that. I can help you with that. And we see what his help looks like. So if that's not the help that you want, then it will behoove you to take Sheik up on the shit she talking about. It might sound crazy to you, but really when you stop and think about it, is it really that crazy when you know the alternative? Is it really that crazy when you know the alternative? No, it makes sense. You got to go. You need to go somewhere else. You have to go somewhere else. You got to, what they say, move around. You got to move around. So listen, y'all, I have made my destination. I have a meeting, so I'm going to have to let you beautiful people go. Let me see if I can get through a couple of comments before I need. George W. Bush says Nigeria is really nice. Listen, they can do a video YouTube channel from Nigeria. I've never been to Africa. I wouldn't mind visiting. I have never been, but like they can do a YouTube video and be like, Sheik, come check out Africa, and I might be able to go see Carlos and Maria over in Nigeria. They might be able to greet me at the airport in their little outfits and shit. Put me up in the spot that they done damn built. Like, shit, they'd be able to, shit. I hope they show gratitude. Like, Sheik, this was a good idea. They're very appreciative of us over here. We brought America to Africa. We brought America to Africa. They welcome us. They appreciate us. We're building here. Listen, if it works, it works. We just saying shit ain't working no more over here. But if it works, it works. I hit the like button. That's what y'all don't like to be doing. I'll hit the like button for you, Carlos Maria. If you get your little channel, I'll hit the like button. Like, share, and subscribe because I'm trying to see what you're trying to do. Makes sense to me. Serena says you speak pure facts. Like, this shit makes sense to me. It makes sense to me. It makes sense to me. It makes sense to me. Beezy said it's not who we're keeping out, it's who we're picking out. When you can't get a home built fruit and veggies in the store or chicken in your pot, don't come crying. Listen, you can get all that in goddamn Africa. They'll get all that, then some in Africa. I promise you. I promise you, Carlos and Maria and them babies will not be hungry in Africa. They will not. And they gonna have some place to live because it ain't nothing but goddamn land and opportunity. So they gonna have a place to live. They very resourceful. They gonna have them a goddamn DR Horton house out there in goddamn Nigeria. They shit ain't gonna look like nobody else's. The locals gonna be like, well, damn, how you do that? How you do that? Remember, you got to go over there. You got to create your own jobs when you go to Africa. But that's on that. I'm gonna let y'all beautiful people go. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, like, share, and subscribe. Y'all, this is episode of Car Chronicles. I do this when I'm driving into the office a couple of days during the week. So make sure you like, share, subscribe. If you enjoyed the commentary, or even if you didn't and you just want to hear what the hell I'm talking about next, listen, just come and join. Be a part of the conversation. I can't get into the comments a lot when I'm driving in these types of shows, but I do have other shows where I'm stationary. But my Car Chronicles is kind of me talking my talk and you all kind of interacting in the comments. They're interacting in the comments. So make sure you like, share, subscribe so you'll know when I come back. And I always like to leave you with, you all check out my community page. I have some products that I sell on Amazon for just mental health, adult coloring books, journals, notebooks, some things for adults and children. So if you're interested in anything like that, Maria, Carlos, y'all get some for the plane flight to take on over to Africa because it's a long ass plane. I think they said with the Congo was it like 16 hours. I knew a girl from the Congo. Listen, that shit long as hell. So you might want to goddamn some coloring books. Go to the Dollar Tree, dollar store, get you some color crowns, some markers, some color pencils. But cop the coloring books before you leave. They are what, $7.99? I think I have them priced at. Listen, I have multiple products from $7.99 and lower. So check them out. You can find the links in the description on probably some of my other content, or if you go to my community tab, you'll see the links to my Amazon products. And yeah. So listen, it's been real. It's been a good, I have had a good time talking to you all, and take care of yourselves and one another. Have you on to take care of yourselves, because so often we're just focused on everybody. No one's taking care of us. We're neglecting ourselves. And child, next thing you know, we out here on the wing and a prayer. Some of us getting flights to El Salvador, but I'm trying to direct you to Africa. Listen, it's hard out here for a pimp. Y'all know that's what I say. It is hard out here for a pimp. That is a real statement. It is hard out here for a pimp. So if you can relate, drop that in the comment. Tell me, how has it been for you? And are you trying to catch that flight to Africa? Listen. Or are you trying to get on that Spirit flight to El Salvador? You doing Southwest to Africa or Spirit to El Salvador? Goddamn it, them the only two choices we got right now. We might come with some others later, but as of today, them the only two choices. We got two flights. We got the 2 o'clocks. We got the 2 o'clock Southwest. And then we got the 4 o'clock El Salvador. So you can fuck around and find out, miss that Southwest flight. Miss the Southwest flight if you want to. because you're gonna wind up on that goddamn spirit flight on a wing. Literally, you're gonna be on a wing and a prayer on that goddamn. Y'all know. Listen, listen. It will behoove you to get on the Southwest flight. So on that note, y'all beautiful people have a wonderful day. Like, share, and subscribe. Road to 1,000 subscribers. I'll catch you all in the next broadcast. Peace.